eye can detect lies, read or implant thoughts, and influence behavior. Did you know your mind can be hacked like a computer? Is it science or is it deception? 60 to 70% of all communication is derived from non-verbal behavior. When we're anxious or stressed, the physical signs of what we're feeling become even more visible. Let's try something completely different. The average person has about 20,000 words in their vocabulary. I'm only interested in one of them. Hi there, thanks for stopping. What's your name?
Mark.
Mark. I'm going to try a little experiment with you right now with words, okay? I've got a card here. I'm going to flash this card to you very, very quickly. It's got some words written on it. These words are going to enter your subconscious mind, but not your conscious mind. So visualize the space between us right here. Really focus on that space. Good. And did you see any of those words?
No.
No? Just name a word out loud now.
Apple.
Apple.
Yes.
Would you be amazed if one of these words was the word apple?
Yeah. Totally.
You would?
Yeah.
You see it there?
Oh my God.
Name the first letter of each word out loud.
A-P-P-L-E.
Apple. That's for you, man.
But I didn't even think I saw a single letter on that thing. It flashed so fast, it was just a blur.
When we see a flash of information, we do take in most of that information. We have various ways in which we handle it.
People often recognize more than they realize that there's imprinting that goes on in the brain. So you can see things, but certainly not just on a conscious level.
And did you see any of those words?
No.
No?
My subconscious mind must have seen the bolded letters. It just makes you think that, you know, you won't even realize that something like that will flash before your eyes, and yet it's still flashing through your mind.
The average human visual field extends to approximately 60 degrees left and right from the center of the face. I'm going to try an experiment involving vision and the subconscious mind. Excuse me, can I stop you for a second?
Yes.
You alright with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to try something with your newspaper, if that's okay.
What?
Alright, can I borrow it? Let's see what we got here. We got lots of different photographs on the front of your newspaper. Photograph of like a butterfly, some baseball players, and an airplane. I want you to take back the newspaper. Here's what I'd like you to do. Just turn all the way around. Look at the front of the newspaper, and I want you to familiarize yourself with the front of the newspaper. Do that for me now. I'm going to write something down while you do that. I don't want you to see what it is just yet. Good. I want you to turn back now. Face me. Good. Perfect. Put out your right forefinger like this. Right forefinger, and just stare at your right forefinger for me. Close your left eye. This is important. Good. And stare at that right forefinger for 3 seconds. 2, 1. Good. I want you to open up the front of the newspaper. Take your right forefinger and place it on a paragraph. Any paragraph of your choosing. Do that for me now. I want you to move your finger over and back, word for word, and go down line by line and stop on any word of your choosing. You stopped at a word, yeah? And you could have had any word?
Yeah.
What word have you got in mind now? Name it out loud.
U.S. Airways.
U.S. Airways. Does that feel like a completely free choice to you?
Yeah.
What if I told you it wasn't a free choice? What if I told you I controlled you to stop on U.S. Airways? How would that make you feel?
I don't believe it.
You don't believe me?
No. No. Oh. 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 Okay, man. Whoa, dude. He stopped me on the street and asked me to pick an article.
I'd like to try something with your newspaper, if that's okay.
He told me to pick a word.
As you become more aware of your surroundings, your brain picks up things that are going on around you.
Place your right finger out and just stare at your finger. Watch your finger. Close your left eye for me. Close your left eye. And stare at that finger for 3 seconds.
Through peripheral vision, we take in a lot of information about people and our surroundings.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see nothing. So how did he do that?
Preconscious processing is the processing of information in our subconscious mind or interior mind before it has even consciously registered. And this happens through peripheral vision.
There's lots of different words there. You could have chosen any other word, correct?
Yeah.
Did that feel like a free choice to you, Ollie?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I didn't show him anything. He didn't know what word he didn't know. How did he know?
Amazing.
Seriously, man, how do you do that, man? Oh, man.
I've been invited today to meet a group of psychology students who want to see a live demonstration of my abilities. They're expecting to see some mind reading. I'm going to show them mind writing.
Class, we have someone coming in today, Keith Berry. He's a mentalist from Ireland. Keith.
Hi, Professor. How are you?
Hi, Keith.
Thanks for having me here today. And you guys pretty much have no idea why I'm here, correct? Okay, I'm going to ask you, does anybody here know what ESP is? ESP. Hands up if you know what ESP is. So 3 or 4 of you do. What's your understanding of ESP?
I know it's extrasensory perception, and it's the ability to have some sort of mind-reading power.
Right. And that's kind of the old terminology for ESP, because it's actually now known as what's called VIP. And it's not a very important person. It's called VIP for a very good reason. It's called VIP because it's visual influential persuasion is what it's now known as. And we're going to try a little experiment right here with you guys. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to visualize a card in your minds. But it's really important right now you put your hands in your laps, put your feet flat on the floor for me. Good. And I want you to imagine a TV screen between us. Make your minds completely blank. And when I snap my fingers, I want you to fill that screen full of color. Now, there's 2 colors associated with playing cards. And that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to visualize a playing card. So when I snap my fingers, fill the screen full of color, either red or black. Now, good. Now I'd like you to compress that screen down into a shape. This is the suit that appears on the card. Do that for me now. Good. And finally, we need to give the card a value. So there's ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, or king. Think of a value now. Good. When I clap my hands, if you got the card that I was thinking of, I want you to stand up. And the card I was thinking of was the 3 of diamonds. How amazing is it that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you actually really did think of the 3 of diamonds? And here's the extra bit. The answer has been staring at you all along. Examine it.
Why do you think so many people thought of that card? The majority of folks thought of that card.
I was thinking maybe the color red, because we're imagining a blank TV screen, and then blank TV screens are usually black. And they said, think of a color, and we're likely to switch over to something that, I don't know. So maybe that's persuaded the red.
What do you guys think?
I have no idea. Diamond. Oh.
Yeah, diamond. We didn't see that on a conscious level at all. It's completely subconscious, right?
It's not only the things that we see that affect us so much. In fact, the things that we aren't aware that we see will often have more impact than the things we see.
Keith may be forming a diamond with his hands, for example, as a way of suggesting a card suit. And there might be visual information available in the room that was presented to them that they're not consciously aware of, but that could guide their decision.